What is good, YouTube? Today I'm going to be going over some of the trades I took for this 300k challenge that we're working on. This is going to be the trading journal. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and start with this Euro JPY sell. Which was right back here. Pretty simple supply and demand setup. I was seeing price came up, creeped up to this supply level I had pre-marked up. We were wicking supply level, also was in confluence with the 1 hour time frame, and we had this little mini trend line break. So as soon as price tapped the supply and started breaking this trend line, I decided to enter. Bought a nice little 1 to 2 on that trade. Let's go to the next trade, which is as 100 sell. That was ended up in a loss. This was a unfortunate position, but you know, it's okay. Same area, same type. I had this 5-minute supply level marked up. Price wick supply started breaking below these 5-minute candles. I entered here. Fortunately, price came back, stopped us out, and then went in our direction. You know, it happens. Just got to move on to the next trade. You know, strategy was there. We just got wicked out. Maybe we entered at the wrong time. Maybe we should have been a little bit more patient, but all in all, great trade. I still would have taken this setup again. Go to the next trade. Going to be Euro JPY. 2 trades, same day, same pair. And I'm going to go over him. So Euro JPY. Right. Right here. Again, 5-minute demand area. I was also seeing that price was respecting these lows. This was in confluence with the 1 hour time frame as well. And when I saw price tap back into this demand and we had this nice 5-minute engulfing bullish candle, I was like, okay, this is the odds that we're going to head up is very likely. So I entered, got stopped out on that trade. And then I gave the trade a second chance. Same setup. Price tapped in demand after we broke highs right here. Came back, tapped into demand, had some nice bullish momentum up. Price ended up stopping us out again. And then we have this trade, which was a break-even trade on Euro JPY, which is this one right here. Again, same setup. I was really wanting these buys to come through. I was noticing this big correction we were in, you know, and I was looking for us to push the upside, take out these highs. Price gave us another demand setup, pushed up, hit my break-even point, almost hit my TP point, but then came back and stopped us at break-even, which was unfortunate, but it was a good setup to me and I would have taken it again. Next trade, we're going to go ahead and go to this USD CAD buy. Was right here. I was noticing price was at a 1 hour supply support level, whatever you would like to call it. For me, this was a 1 hour demand. I was seeing price tap into this 1 hour demand and previously respected it right here, had a nice wick rejection candle. And when we came back down, we were getting more wicks here. So I was just waiting for setup in this area. So this bottom zone is the 1 hour. I see we created a double bottom, and as soon as we created the double bottom, we had this nice push up. Came back, tapped in, wicked into this demand. I did end up entering a little bit late. Should have entered down here. But I was kind of wanting to break above this wick right here because this rejection wick was a little bit scary, but I wasn't really paying attention to it. I just wanted to wait for price to break above. So as soon as we started breaking above, I entered, stop loss below the low. Target was a 1 to 2, and price actually ended up flying a lot farther. Ended up flying for about a 1 to 6, but I'm starting to only take 1 to 2s. Like it that way because my win rate is about I would say long term 60-70%. So with 1 to 2s you can be profitable. And then we're going to go over this NAS sell. This was a really nice sell. This was actually towards the end of market. Market open, we had a lot of noise down here. Price did come up, take out this high from London that we created. And then we had this nice push down, and we came back and we retested the daily high that it created. Rejected the daily high and started breaking down. As soon as we started breaking down, I entered. Stop loss even was at a 1-to-1, and then price actually ended up falling very, very far, for about a 1-to-11, but I only captured my 1-to-2R on it, so right there. Not mad about it. Once I get a second account, I will be holding trades longer. I'll set longer term targets so I can swing trades like this. But for now, I'm just going to keep this account going for 1-to-2. Next trade right here, Euro JPY sell. This was taken, I believe, last night. Right here, price had this massive run up, Asia open. Price formed a nice double top here. And then when price actually retested this supply area / double top area, then we started falling. I entered here, stop loss above the highs. Looks like price respected this trend line and kept pushing up. It is what it is. On to the next trade. USD JPY sell. Same type of deal. You know, we had this massive run up, Asia open, and then I was seeing price was failing to create any higher highs. I was like, okay, I want to take a position on this. So I marked up my supply box here. Price came, tapped into my supply. We started melting down. And then price actually ended up coming close to stop loss. Came back to break even, a little bit in profit. Then it ended up stopping us out fully. And again, price was respecting a trend line just on the previous trade, like EJ. And it continued to rise. All in all, I like the trade. Great trade. I would take the trade again. Then we're going to go over these last two trades, AUD, USD, and GBP CAD. AUD, USD. This was one that did me dirty this morning. So what I noticed was we had these equal lows sitting here. And when I entered this trade, I was entering off the liquidity grab setup. So price came, it came below these equal lows here. Took the liquidity below the equal lows and was rejecting. So when I saw that, I was waiting for a demand setup. So this demand right in here is where it took the liquidity below the equal lows to the left that I just showed. So when price came back here, it gave us this nice engulfing 5-minute. That's where I entered. This candle was engulfing all the way up here, giving us some nice volume. Unfortunately, it was like that close to my 1-to-1 break-even point where my magic keys automatically trigger my break-even. Did not tap it and eventually came back and stopping us out. Finding a lot more success in the 1 hour confluence with the 5-minute supply and demand setups rather than liquidity grab. So I might start to stray away from liquidity grab setups. But all in all, it was a solid trade and I would take it again. Just didn't pan out this time. Let's go ahead and go to this last trade, GBP CAD. This one was unfortunate. I did end up losing a little bit more than almost 1.5%. My lot size was actually calculated incorrectly because I entered this off of my phone and I was using a calculator app rather than my magic keys, which was a big mistake. So I might just stick to entering off of my computer only. So what I was noticing here on a 1 hour time frame was price was respecting these lows here. It's 2 equal lows. So I was wanting to enter a position. Let me mark up the zone so it's a little more clear. So as you can see right here, Right here is where I was looking at entering. Price was respecting these equal lows. So I dropped down to the 5-minute and waited for my demand setup. So price respecting equal lows here. Came back, tapped into our demand there. Started rejecting. Had this nice 5-minute engulfing candle. That's where we entered. And then price actually came down and stopped us out. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. And we will move on to the next trade. Right now we're sitting at down a little over 1%, 1.5%. Not to worry though. Next week we're going to kill it. We're going to stick to our plan, stick to our rules, and we're just going to keep trading just like normal.